in?
You can start it. One at a time. Wherever you put it. The middle one will.
Alright guys, so we're here at the shop. Last video I was showing you guys the dump valve that we put, and I just wanted to update y'all on what did and did not work. We originally had this dump valve with this check valve that a lot of people apparently use, and for some reason we put this thing on and we were getting like 5 pounds of charge pressure. This is a 70 psi check valve, so in theory we should get about 70 psi at the max, even on like the trans brake or full throttle, and we were getting pretty much nothing. 5 psi is about the most we could get out of it, so we knew there was a problem. So I seen online that people had actually used actual like fuel pressure regulators. So as a quick test, before I went and bought out more parts, we tested it and we removed that and we put on this mini fuel pressure regulator, which I had laying around at my house. We put it on and it works. We adjusted a little bit, getting about 40 psi around there at idle and about 60 psi on the trans brake. I was gonna leave it, but I started looking into it and seeing people saying that this has a diaphragm, and if the tranny attempts to get too hot, it could basically put a hole in the diaphragm, and then you got bigger issues. So I ordered this Peterson, on my iPhone. I ordered this Peterson oil regulator, and the plan is we're gonna try and put it all together. But if we can't, for right now, I'm probably just gonna put the regulator and leave the dump valve off. The converter's pretty damn loose, has zero issues getting on the trans brake with around 60 psi of charge pressure, so I might just put the regulator on. We're trying to go to the track. There's a rental today at Royal Purple, which is 1/4 mile, which I've been wanting to go so I can get a 950 or faster slip for Texas 2K. But if we can't make that today, which I'm waiting on fittings, is the reason why we're sitting around waiting here. If I can't go today, there's a HMP rental tomorrow, which is 1/8 mile, and we're gonna either make today or we're gonna make tomorrow, one of the two, as long as this stuff goes smooth, which I don't think there will be an issue. But when I ordered this, they come with -10 fittings, and I just didn't occur to me that they were the wrong size, and my stuff on the tranny's a -8, so I have some -8 fittings that are supposed to be here soon. But other than that, the car's ready to go. I'm probably gonna maybe leave on like 8 or 10 pounds just as a start, and maybe 25 pounds down the track just to get a first pass and see what it's doing, and see make sure everything's mechanically good, because we changed a lot of stuff on the car. since we took it to the track, the car has a lot of new stuff. It has new drive shaft, new rear end, new center section, turbo kit's new, brakes are new. It's got a new tranny cooler, which I'll talk about that right now. But yeah, it's a lot of new parts, so I don't want to hit it too hard first pass down the track. But I'm really eager to get to the track. We've been trying for like, seems like 2 or 3 weeks. The car's been done. We've just had issues with the converter, the transmission charge pressure, and just trying to fix it and then wait on parts. So yeah, we ended up taking off that derail cooler. I don't know where it's at right now. Let me try to find it. It was a smaller derail cooler. Maybe it's right here. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Hold on. This is the cooler that it had. This cooler right here, which is your typical stacked style cooler. Not very thick at all. It's got, I think, can't really see it, but it's got 2 little small coolers in there. That thing was getting hot. Just driving it for like 15-20 minutes, it'd get up to like 200, 210, just driving normal. And it would never really get cool. It would just stay there. It gets 200, you start driving, it kind of stay there, you stop, get a little bit hotter, and just continue to get hotter and hotter. So we bought this cooler, the Derail 65861. It's massive.
That's what she said.
8.5 inches thick with the fan. It was a pretty straightforward swap. I'll show it to you right here. So this is the cooler. Big, it's really big. Fan's super loud. It pushes a lot of air. And with my finding, getting it up, I haven't driven it yet because we've been messing with this charge pressure, but right away getting on the 2-step, this thing, I was pulling too much timing, so it was taking a lot longer than normal. But on the trans brake for like 5 or 6 seconds, it'd go from like 160, 170 coolant temp, tranny temp. I think it went to like 215, just like that. And by the time I pulled in to the garage, maybe 10 or 15 seconds, it went from 210, 215, all the way down to 160, like that. It just cooled it down super fast. I think it's a huge upgrade. I would definitely recommend it. It's a little expensive, but I mean, if you want to just buy once, cry once, this is probably the best option. That's kind of just a direct swap. No complaints so far. I need to drive the car. I may not even put the dump right now. This turbo doesn't need it. So if I don't put the dump, I'm gonna cap one out pressure. There's a pressure in and a pressure out. This one's coming from the transmission. Cap this side. I've already called Peterson and they told me that I can do that. I can cap it if I wanted to. So it'll come down from the tranny into here and relief into the pan. And then I'll just regulate it down to whatever I need to regulate it to. But that's basically it for now. This turbo will not be staying on the car. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but it will not be staying on the car. My dad's actually building a car. We haven't showed it on the channel yet, but he's building a Coyote. We have the car already. It's a roller. I'll be doing a video on it soon. But he wants to make about 1,300 to the tire, and typically, Coyote stuff can make more power with the same turbo like as on a LS motor. They're just a lot more efficient, smaller cubes, so the turbine can go a lot further. So we're gonna put this turbo on his Coyote. We might change the AR housing. It's got a 132 on it. We might do a 115. I think it's a T6. We're waiting on some parts. I have a PTC converter for a 400, coming. It's already been ordered a couple weeks ago. We have a triple lethal performance fuel system coming with the big 465 high pressure pumps, FID 2200s coming, and we got the turbo. So we don't know what we're gonna do for turbo kit yet. I might get an on 3 hot side kit, and we'll just kind of piece together, or we'll have one built. I don't know yet. But we also did pick up this 400 with the aftermarket bell housing for the Coyote. It's a pretty nice deal. Stock case, you know, you can go pretty far with the stock case. I believe it's got a 300 millimeter input shaft, 36. It's got the upgraded drum. I don't know a lot about trannies. 300 millimeter input. I don't know what this is. Maybe that's the output. I don't know. It's a good tranny. So we picked that up, and that's about it. The roller that he has, it's got everything. Cage, serted, 9-inch. It's not IRS, so it's not a S550. It's got Kirkies. What else does it got? Full suspension, K-member. I think it's got Willwood, or it's got aftermarket brakes. Like I said, the Ford 9-inch, all the suspension stuff, Vikings front and back, RC comp wheels. It's a nice car. The interior is super clean. It's got 11,000 miles on it. It's a clean car, so we're pretty excited for that. Yesterday we just wired up, well, by we, my brother, wired up all the dump valve is wired, ready to go. It's got a plug down there, ready to go. Wired up the charge pressure sensor. That's basically it. Car's ready to ride. See what we can do with it.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I say,
How much have you put? How much have you put? How much have you put?
Everything you brought overboard?
Oh, it was a lot. No, I said it was down a lot.
Not enough to make it slip.
Yeah. On the plus side is this pressure shit's working now.
fucking sexy.
It shifted too.
Yeah. It was popping my headlights.
On today's episode of How Fucked Up Is Fucked Up.